This is Lemon's Car Spotting. You post to Instagram with the hashtag Lemon's Car Spotting. We pick the hooptiest.
They are so incredibly terrible.
And which one we want to become a real Lemons build.
It does car-like things. We've been pushing for one of those in Lemons too, and those are very affordable.
Welcome to Lemon's Car Spotting. I am Eric. That's Jay on the other side. Over there. Yeah, that still befuddles me. I don't know what's going on. But you guys know the drill, though. You see a crappy car, a fun car, an exciting car, a weird car on the street or, wherever, tag it with Lemon's Car Spotting, put it on Instagram. We'll talk about it here. Now, as pointed out in the open, we always will find the hooptiest car and the car we would most like to see in Lemons. And there is a patented way in which we choose that. And I will show you that momentarily. And Jay will tell me when to stop when I'm doing the robot arms. And I am starting. Let me know.
Stop.
My right hand is up, which means that Jay will be picking the hooptiest out of this set of cars.
All right.
And I will be showing the one that we most want to see in Lemons. So without further ado, let us get started.
Before we get started on that, I just would like to point out, have we gotten to the place? So COVID started a year ago and we started doing a lot of videos because what else are you going to do, right? You're stuck at home. We've gotten to a place where now we're using words like the open, like we know what that means now.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How did that happen to us?
I don't know. Feels pretty good though.
God, I'm telling you, we're like superstars. Okay. Here's our first car. What do we think? Ooh.
There's a lot happening there.
It really is. That's so much better than I was expecting. Wow.
Where do we want to start with this? Because we have the yellow taped headlights.
Yeah,
we have the whited out grill.
Yeah, I think
we got the racing stripes.
We got to start from the bottom with DH Woof 1. That's really good right there. I don't know what that could possibly mean. I hope the guy's name is like David Hayne Woof, and this is one of his 80 cars.
Yeah. I mean, the windshield banner in Comic Sans is a really nice play.
Really a good touch. Yeah. Wow.
This is a great point for us to talk about in Lemons, about the guy who shows up with the black BMW. I am a race car.
Right.
All you need to do clearly is to take a roller of paint and make one stripe down the side, maybe two if you're feeling super into it. That's it. That is theming your car. Paint the wing mirrors while you're at it.
Yeah, so I was gonna say this guy's got the mirrors done. He's got the French headlight kit, i.e., some yellow tape from Ace Hardware. That's really good. And wait, let me embiggen the picture again because let's see here. Did he white out? Did he Euro trim the grill, or is it just look that way because it's reflecting the depressing Chicago stormy sky? I think he whited it out. I think all of that is the Euro monochrome package. Wow.
Yeah. Well done.
So good.
That's Fritz Armstrong, one of several people who discovered Lemon's Car Spotting here, went back and edited a bunch of their super old posts with hashtag Lemon's Car Spotting, which is totally fair game. So this post is a year old, and you'll see several more of his over the coming weeks.
Really,
he has spotted some amazing stuff in Chicago that has no business existing still.
So I want to know who is online at the makeyourwindowdecal.com. Who is on the pull down menu of font types who just chooses Comic Sans? So good.
Well, in my experience,
LeBarons, clearly.
Yeah, in my experience, it's either like a 65-year-old crafting woman or a guy who's in on the joke. So, and I don't know with this one.
I'll bet, that would be an interesting data crunching activity is you go to that website and what font goes with what car. Oh, really good. good.
That's a good start.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? That's a standalone picture. Oh, I see. So, Eric, you loaded these up as individual pictures. That's so much work. I had no idea. I thought you were ganging them all. Oh, we're gonna have we're gonna have a lot of fun with these. Outstanding. Okay. This is this looks like Chicago, but it's a different dude. Is that a Thunderbird? It is.
Yeah.
That's a
79, it says.
Yeah. Although what's going on right behind it, as long as we're having this conversation, is that I think that's
the truck that's folded in half is what,
so
it
right
looks like.
Behind him looks like maybe it's a Mercedes SL with the door open in the junkyard in the snow.
Yeah.
But, so is this car supposed to have covered headlights and the vacuum is gone? Or was this one of those weird open? No, it's supposed to have covered headlights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 79 Thunderbird, this is what's fascinating to me about the Thunderbird is like after like the classic years, after like 66 maybe, like Ford had no idea what the hell to do with this thing. And so you have these weird, awkward years in the late 70s, early 80s before, the rounded Thunderbirds. I think this one was built on the Panther platform, maybe. I don't know. They're weird, and you never see them actually on a street ever.
Yeah.
So, and I never have in the Midwest. So, fantastically weird cars that disappeared immediately.
Isn't it amazing that Detroit used to have such a big share of the market that they could just make cars for no reason at all, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like, somebody will buy that. Let's just make 20,000 of those. Somebody will buy that.
Yeah.
Getting people to buy 20,000 American sedans of any type, impossible. This was like, we have some metal left over. Let's just make 20,000 of those.
Yeah.
So
I love the 70s Ford beak
that
is on like everything for the entire decade.
Yep. That's pretty good. So then those grills, many of those I have punched out with my elbow accidentally. They're made out of the crappiest sun-sensitive plastic, just unspeakably poor quality. And this was when their slogan was Ford quality is job one. Guy polishing the diamond. Yeah. So not job one. All right, that was a good one. And I see a theme developing here. Is that a Granada?
Granada? Yeah.
The guy's clearly an enthusiast because, he's got the hot rod Ford behind him. So this looks, no, that's definitely San Francisco. That's really good.
I think that's one of the Bernal Dad's drivers.
Yeah.
Don't know which one, but this thing's got everything going for it. It's got the big chintzy grille, the ridiculously squared off elements, the half Landau roof. It's just missing like a tape stripe package, but I guess it's supposed to be higher end than that.
Well, no, it's probably that when they got the Mako respray, they probably, if you looked more closely, there's probably tape under that half an inch thick red paint. And what's going on with the Landau roof? Are those is that like vent lights? I wish we could see the back corner of that because there's something very interesting going on there.
Yeah, the Opera Light thing obviously was a personal luxury coupe accoutrement.
Yeah.
And in the more quote unquote fancy that Detroit tried to make them, the worse they look.
Yeah.
So I think it just has a couple of horizontal slats there to I don't know, make it look like they actually spent money designing it. I don't know.
I think they're trying to imply air extraction. Oh, the other thing I like about this really goes unremarked. The wire wheel cover and white wall combo, pretty good.
Yeah,
that's an underused look. I think that's due to come back.
One of the things that always looks kind of hilarious about cars from this era is they put those giant wide fender flares on there, and then they put these, I don't know, like a 190,
probably not even
90
like
14 tire,
570.
Yeah.
Basically a motorcycle tire. Yeah.
It's like they're admitting that it should have more tire, but God forbid they actually spend the money and
No,
have the tires put on there.
Yeah, no, that's true. You get all the advantage of all of the bodywork sticking out where, those little chrome lip protectors immediately get hooked on somebody's brick planter and ripped off the car. And then you spend the next 20 years driving that around with the thing flapping on the road. Yeah, just to make it extra wide.
Yeah, Amanda lives in my fiance grew up in Ohio, and her parents' house kind of sits cut into a hill, so the driveway has like the sheer wall, and the neighbor, her mother, showed up with her 500 cubic inch Cadillac and just cleaned out the whole wall with the fender that was sticking out. So yeah, a lot of utility in those.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty good. I admire this. I mean, just parked on the street in San Francisco, that's dedication right there.
It looks just like a Mercedes.
Yeah.
So. And
virtually the same car. I mean, rides the same. It's got it all going on. All right. We're going to say goodbye to him. That's a good one, though. That's got a lot going for it. All right. Let's see. Next up. Oh, I don't even.
Are you familiar with the Carolina Squat, by the way?
No, I don't think I am. Is that what I'm looking at?
That's what you're looking at. So it is. You basically lock the rear suspension fully loaded with whatever. I don't know how they do it, but the intention is to make it look like you're having your truck do work without making it do work, and or like it's accelerating at an incredible rate. So the nose is high and the tail is low.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty excellent.
I don't know what those wheels are, but they're pretty spectacular.
Yeah, they look like they're a foot of offset.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. No, the Carolina Squat is news to me. That's why I'm glad we're doing this. I think we're providing an educational service.
That's right. Without Sajeev, we wouldn't know about slabs.
Yeah,
and without our Lemons racers in South Carolina.
Yeah. So who posted that? Let's see.
That's NMS South. They race the Coronet in. They have a Miata. I think they're out of North Carolina.
Yeah. All right. I'm liking that. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Next up, I see this. Yeah. We're back to our theme here of awesome Ford products.
This looks like it was the car next to the Thunderbird.
Yeah. No, it is. It definitely is. And that's let's see. Oh yeah. Ford XL Convertible. Man.
I like the laziness in naming it too.
Well, they had so many cars. I mean, who could come up with a name? They had like 14 different individual nameplates. So what do we think? Is that basically a decontented LTD? Is that what that is supposed to be?
It's probably an LTD convertible, I guess. I don't know if they ever made like an official LTD convertible. There was all kinds of weird stuff going on with Ford.
Yeah.
From like this 1970 to 1975, they had cars that existed for like 1 or 2 model years.
Yeah.
So this might be one of those.
I'm
sure it has some gigantic 460 in it, or did.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand these cars. I don't get it. I had the famous 68 Chrysler 300 convertible, which was effectively the Mopar version of this car. Man, it didn't do anything well. It was just an incredibly useless giant ass car. So let's move on. Nobody needs to see that car anymore. Let's go to something there. Now we're talking.
Back in Panama.
Yep. 66 Valiant. Well, also not a good car. Wait, that could be a 66 though. So yeah, Jake from Panama says it's 66, but then why does it have headrest seats?
I'm sure it's had seat swapped.
Yeah,
that the headrest seat wasn't until like the 80s like that. I don't.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
I have an odd fascination with early American compact cars. I think they all look really great, and I'm aware that they all had like 9 horsepower and handled like a buggy, but I don't know. For some reason, I find the look of them almost like the Americans got it right in general.
Ooh, so your position here, looking at that car, Eric Rude, is that the Americans got that right.
Yep.
All right.
Almost. As right as Americans could get a car in the 60s anyway.
Well, I mean, I guess I will say, the proportions aren't terrible. Got sort of a good long hood, short trunk thing going on. It's got good creases on it. Front end is a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
Not entirely
clear
why there's that big chunk in the middle, but yeah, it's not terrible.
It's a basic, they got the 3-box pretty good, especially on a side view.
Yeah. All right. I'll go along with that.
The early 60s Valiants with like the fins, like the entire car was fins, a little much, but yeah, they eventually throttled it back a little bit.
Next up, I don't even know what that is. Is that a Bonneville?
That's a LeSabre.
A LeSabre. Yeah. Ooh,
So you can't see it. This was a multi-photo post, but I didn't want to take up the whole thing. The valve cover, I think, might even be the intake runner. It has flames rattle canned on it. They did a flame job on the intake for their Buick LeSabre. Yeah, amazing.
Or a LeSabre. Is that what's it?
Yeah.
Right behind it is a Cadillac.
Yeah, it looks like a CTS maybe. Or...
Yeah. This must be the horrible GM section of Pick and Pull.
And we've had a couple of these in Lemons that have been
not as bad as you'd think.
Yeah, not good, but not awful.
Yeah.
They don't finish last generally.
Yeah. Not as bad as you'd think. I actually, these weren't excruciating cars. I mean, they were infinitely better than the previous decades. Front drive, horrible General Motors products. And I always like the big greenhouse on these. I mean, they got a lot of glass on them. You could see out of them. Not terrible. That one.
Yeah, my degenerate high school friend, when his 74 New Yorker broke terminally, got himself one of these, and it was a good cruising vehicle for a Friday night, I will say.
A lot of velour interior, kind of.
Yeah,
those things all had it going on.
There were a lot of velours that died for those interiors.
Exactly right. So we got two more. The theme continues of the unspeakable FOMO co-products. Boy, this is the opposite. This is what happens when you don't take care of your Granada. This is the same.
This one has all of the scabies.
6 months later.
Yeah, this is what happens when you leave it in. I don't know what a. Yeah. Actually, that's a great before and after for like the Midwest.
Yeah, wait, do I still have? No, I already pulled that other one out, but yeah, that is the don't let this happen to you. It's sort of the meth ad, the public service announcement about meth for Granadas. So
yeah, rust, not even once.
Yeah. I shouldn't have removed the other one, but this is a little more. This is pretty goddamn hoopty right here. This has got a lot of hoopty happening.
Again, there's like magazine pictures cut out and like clear taped on it also. So clearly somebody just stopped giving any crap about it at all. And, after 4 years of owning a Granada, why would you give a crap about it?
So in the comments, says the lady that drives it carries the Bible with her everywhere. She also dresses with stuff covered in Jesus and related symbols. She shops at my local gas station and it throws me off every time.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. Pretty spectacular. All right. And next and last. Oh. Oh, yeah. And it doesn't even look like there was an impact. He was just driving down the road in his Suzuki SX4.
As pointed out, this was during pothole season, so there is that. But also, potholes would probably have a lot more devastating effect on an SX4 than on most cars.
How hard? If he's not going Mach 4, there's no pothole that justifies that.
Well, what's crazy is you're looking at it, and the half shaft is totally pulled out of the transmission.
Yeah.
I think there's bigger problems here than the pothole.
That's really stunningly bad.
Yeah, the Suzuki brand is super interesting because, like a lot of things, a lot of brands and cars that they sell all over the world.
Yeah.
Like the Suzuki in Europe is considered, like another Japanese car, albeit a cheap one.
Yeah.
But yeah, here they were just. I don't even know how you would have bought one if you'd wanted to. Where did you go? Were there Suzuki car dealerships?
Well, there were like 2. And I know that Martin Swig had one. He had an SX4. It was the LA Auto show car. Maybe it was a SEMA car. It was something like that. And he saw it and he was like, that's such a good car. Like, I got to buy that myself. I need that car. And of course, he could never register it. I mean, I think he ran it on dealer plates for like 5 years. Probably acquired a grand total of 800 miles on it. And then after he died, David, his son, had to figure out, what the hell am I going to do with this SX4? The hot rodded SX4 even better than this one. Now, Martin was a big believer in the brand, but yeah, somehow it just never came to pass. Have we had a Kazashi? We did. We had one Suzuki sedan.
We've had an Esteem.
Okay.
Which is. I can't. Nobody in the world can explain what a Suzuki Esteem even looks like. It's a car, and it's got the round things. The windows probably go down. I don't know. Like it is the epitome of what I don't even know what this is. Like it looks kind of vaguely Corolla-ish, but not quite. So we've had an Esteem. I don't think we've had a Kazashi, but tailor-made for Lemons.
Yeah.
Kazashi.
Yeah. I mean, the 5 that they sold here.
Right.
I always wanted Suzuki to do well. I mean, my first motorcycle was a GS 550E. Brilliant. Fabulous motorcycle. Really wanted them to do well. Cars came over. I thought, sure, why wouldn't that work? Hella did not work.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Suzuki Swift has its own little weird following, the Turbo Swifts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time the SX4 rolled around, as you point out, there were 2 places in America to buy them.
Yeah. And
good luck getting parts or anything ever. So,
yeah.
I bet you can get parts from like a motorcycle dealership if you really needed to,
or eBay Motors. I don't know why that just occurred to me.
There we go.
All right. Well, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but that's pretty tempting Lemons build right there. But that's your pick. My hooptiest. It's clearly got to be that Granada 4-door with the Jesus decoupage on it. So that's where I'm going with that.
The LeBaron was pretty amazing. Be a great Lemons rally car for sure.
Yeah.
But I think for someone preparing a car to come race in Lemons, I love all the weird stuff that you'll never find anywhere. And a 79 Thunderbird is pretty much a slam dunk IOE out of the box as long as you run like half of a race.
Yeah.
I think those had like whatever Ford's downsized V8 was. It's like a 260 or something. Made like 11 horsepower. So there you go. Show up with a bone stock 79 Thunderbird. You're in the mix. So
all right. Well, I think we got another one down. Another one in the book. So that's Lemons car spotting right there.
There you go.
Hashtag that in Instagram as you find spectacular stuff, and we will talk about it. Thank you.